All right. Hi, guys. Welcome to our first Dream Team chat of August. I am Alex Erickson. I'm the star director of the True Life I'm a Dream Chaser group, family of teams. You guys are awesome. And tonight we're talking about how to earn this incentive. I'm so stoked to talk about this because I love Scentsy incentives. I think Brianna and I together have talked about incentives 100 times because they are just so business changing and so life changing. And I just think we should talk about it, especially we're in a brand new incentive period, you guys. Right now, we are working on a tiered incentive that helps us earn one of a few things. So the big one that I'm working towards is an Alaskan cruise. So that's with Royal Caribbean. They're going to fly us to Seattle, get on a cruise ship, and cruise to Africa. Wow, Alaska and Canada, you guys. How cool is that? That is bucket list for my husband and I. We are so excited. My grandma used to go on Alaskan cruises all the time. And so I am really working for that. Otherwise, you can work towards SFR, which is our Scentsy Family Reunion. We just finished up our virtual SFR. Hopefully, our next one will not be virtual. It will be in Salt Lake City, Utah, just how it's planned. So that is one tier of the incentive that you can earn. That's level one. We're going to talk more about that later. And then also you can choose another region's cruise. So other regions 2 and 3 are going on a cruise as well, but to different areas. So you can read more about that in the incentive tab where those trips are, but we could choose that as well. So you guys, I'm so stoked. I cannot wait to go to Alaska. I cannot wait to take my husband to Alaska to just experience that with him. It's literally something we've talked about for years. So I am super excited. Like really, it's so surreal that that is kind of where we're headed to. That's what we're working towards. And so we are going to talk about how I feel is the best way to earn incentives. I've earned 6 incentives so far with Scentsy. I've been with Scentsy for 6 years. And there's nothing like a Scentsy incentive trip. I feel like they really celebrate your hard work really well. It's a great way to sit back, relax, enjoy all of your the fruits of your labor, right? Flying to Seattle to get on a cruise ship, stepping on that cruise ship, getting your room, going to that first Scentsy event. It's all so surreal, and it is just a nice pat on the back for all of your hard work during the fall season. So I always think incentive trips are perfectly timed. Just when you get over the hustle and bustle of the fall season, you kind of get situated into the new year. You're kind of reaching the summer, maybe a little bit of burnout happening. I just feel like it's perfect timing. You come back so recharged and just so excited for your business. So I love that about incentive trips. I also love that it shows your audience that you're serious about your Scentsy business. It shows them that you are working hard, you're showing up, you are working towards your incentive or you're working towards your business and you are getting rewarded for that hard work, right? And along with that, it inspires other people too, whether that be people on your team to work harder or to go towards these incentives, or if it inspires people around you just because you're so driven and hardworking, it inspires them to do that as well. So I think that's a beautiful part of incentives. And then also one thing that I just really love about earning incentives is you're literally hanging out with people who work really hard in their Scentsy business too. So you are hanging out with people who are showing up for their Scentsy business. They know what they're doing. They're working towards their goals. They worked so hard to get there. And it's just really cool, the friendships that you make on these incentive trips. And what generally happens is you make vacation buddies, because once you go on a Scentsy trip, you don't want to miss another one. And so you're working hard every incentive season to get on those trips. So therefore, you are vacationing with your friends every single year. Bree and I know, like at a bare minimum, we're hanging out somewhere other than our home states once a year at a minimum, because we're going to go on an incentive trip together, right? We are vacation buddies. And that is something I really love, because you'll get to make some really lifelong friends that way. So I love that. I do think it's super important, though, to point out Scentsy's reasoning behind incentives. though. Of course, they want to reward you for your hard work. Of course, they love us and they want to spend time with us and they want to get to know us better and all of that amazing stuff. But also, they are designed to help your business grow. These incentives are designed to help you target areas in your business that you need to focus on, right? If you're sitting here and your plan is to have 2,500 PRV every single month to earn this incentive, but you're sitting here at 600 PRV average. While 600 PRV is great, it might not and probably won't earn you an incentive trip, okay? And so incentives are really great at pointing out areas in your business that you absolutely have to be focusing on, that you absolutely have to put your time and dedication day after day into. For a lot of people, it's sponsoring and training and getting those new consultants to certified or lead or star consultant. A lot of the times that is the big area that's highlighted is, man, I need to really work on sponsoring. And so just know that if you are working towards this incentive, no matter where you land, if you can say that you did your best and you tried your hardest, I promise you your business will be better for it regardless if you earn the trip or not. So I never want anyone to think, oh, I didn't earn this incentive, or it's too hard, so I'm not even going to work towards it, or I didn't earn it, so I suck at Scentsy, because neither of those things are true. Incentives are not easy to earn. They require a lot of hard work and dedication. And if you are working for that, no matter where you fall, you should be proud of yourself. No matter what level you earn, or if you just miss a level, you should still be very proud of yourself, because it's not easy to earn an incentive. And I guarantee that through your hard work and your consistency, you will grow as a business owner, whether that be earning the incentive or not. I can guarantee that your team will likely grow, your PRV will likely grow, your skill set, your habits, your systems will all grow, and you'll be a better business owner for that. Okay. So I just wanted to kind of to let you guys know why Scentsy incentivizes us with incentive trips, right? They want us to really focus on areas of our business that need improvement, because the end result, if you're earning incentives or if you're trying very hard to earn incentives, your business is growing. You are doing the right things in your business that allow your business to grow and grow healthily. So if you're earning trips, trust me, you're doing something right in your business, okay? And that doesn't mean you have it all figured out and you don't need to focus on other areas, because as a business owner, we always need to do that. But just know, like, that is the idea of Scentsy focusing on incentive trips, is they're really focused on different areas of your business: PRV, sponsoring, training your new sponsors, and being consistent. Okay, those are really the four main areas that Scentsy breaks down incentives into. And if you are working in those four areas of your business, you will find that you are building a strong business. And that's the beautiful thing. Okay. So I wanted to just break down, hopefully you guys have all printed the incentive points breakdown and you've all read it and you've all been on the incentive tab. You guys were 10 days in. It was so awesome that Scentsy had the incentive tab ready to go. As soon as we started this month, the incentive tab was ready to go. I thought that was wonderful and beautiful and so great. I check my incentive tab every single day. It updates overnight. I check it every single day just to kind of see where I'm at, see where my frontline is at. If you don't know, if you have a team, you can track your frontline on there. And it's just a really great reference point and tool to kind of holding yourself accountable. It does have this to where you can print it. It's the point breakdown. And then on the back, you can come up with a plan. Let's talk about it a little bit. Okay. So it is a tiered trip, meaning level 1, you're earning SFR registration. And I believe that covers flights and hotel and per diem, which means like a little bit of spending money each day. And to get that, you need 18,000 points. That is no sponsoring points required. Okay. So the points are broken down into like a basic number of points you need, but a certain amount of those points need to be sponsoring points. That's for level 2 and 3. But level 1 for SFR, you don't need any sponsoring points. So I really love this, because if sponsoring isn't your thing or you don't want to build a team, you can still very well earn SFR for free, registration, and I believe the hotel and flights for free by just sales alone, sales and consistency alone. Okay. 18,000 points, a bare minimum, you earned SFR, which is an amazing accomplishment. I will be there. I will not miss the SFR. SFRs are so important for your business. So to earn that for free is huge. My first incentive trip I earned, I was super pregnant. It was in Punta Cana. My doctor would not allow me to go, and I only earned for one anyway. And so I took SFR, and I went to my first SFR completely for free. I would never do it another way again. Like it is very important to your business, especially if you're trying to build a big, strong, healthy business. So I think level 1 is awesome. Yes, Leslie, it is in Salt Lake City, Utah this year. So stoked for that. It's going to be amazing. So that's level 1. Level 2 is an Alaskan cruise for one, okay? And when I say an Alaskan cruise for one, I mean Scentsy is going to buy your flights. Scentsy is going to pay for an excursion on the cruise ship. Scentsy is going to pay for all your taxes and gratuity on the cruise ship. Scentsy is going to give you a per diem, like something like $200 to spend on food while you're traveling, luggage fees, souvenirs if you want. Huge. Like when we say all expenses paid to get you on that cruise ship and having a good time, like we mean it. Okay. They go all out. They send you like goodies before your trip, like luggage tags and t-shirts and maybe a book about where you're going, all this fun stuff, right? So that's level 2. And to earn that, you need 25,000 points, and 4,500 of those have to be sponsoring points. Okay, so out of those 25,000 points, you need at least 4,500 of those sponsoring points, which means your people under you that you personally recruited are promoting up to certified lead, star, superstar, or director. Okay, you get points for all of those promotions. In general, it's about 1,000 points per promotion, unless you have people already on your team that are not certified. When they hit certified, it's 250 instead. But I'll talk about that a little bit like later. Level 3, Alaskan cruise for 2. So that means Scentsy is going to buy 2 flights, 2 cruise tickets, 2 taxes and gratuity, 2 per diem amounts, 2 luggage tags, all the fun stuff, okay? So you are literally earning that vacation for 2. And for that, you need 45,000 points, with 8,000 of those needing to be sponsoring points, okay? So, and then there's the top 75 Netherlands cruise. So if you get to level 3 and you're still going, you have a very high chance of earning the top 75 to the Netherlands river cruise, okay? Amazing, big stuff. Now, if you look at these points and you're like, wow, 45,000 points to take my husband and I on a cruise, like that sounds like a lot, and I'm discouraged already. I just want to let you guys know that you can do it, okay? Anyone can earn an incentive trip. New consultants do and can earn new incentive trips all the time. On Disney, there were tons and tons and tons of new consultants who earned that Disney trip. Okay, so don't think for a second that you are not capable and that you cannot earn a trip, but I will say it takes planning. Okay, if you're in our Dash to Director group, you heard Bree say today, like, you cannot accidentally earn an incentive. It's not possible. It's something that you have to make a plan and make plan B and C and look at that plan and readjust it often. Okay, it's not something that you can just wing it and hope for the best. It's something that you have to look at the numbers, make a plan, map it out, and then readjust accordingly as your months go. Okay. I also think when you are working towards earning an incentive, it is so important to have an accountability partner, a friend, a teammate, your sponsor, your director, someone that you can bounce ideas off of. Say, man, I planned out my month and this is what I was planning, but here I am 10 days in and like, I don't think I'll hit 3,000 PRV. Like, what should I do? Or like, you know, I have someone joining. I'm so excited, right? Having someone to talk with, bounce ideas off, brainstorm, come up with plan B and C with, that is going to be so important for you because it's a sense of accountability. It's a sense of you guys are both working towards this. You guys both want it a lot. So neither of you allow each other to stop working or be so negative about it that you don't want to work anymore. Okay. You want to have someone in your corner cheering you on. For me, that's Bree by default. I know for some of you guys talk to me about earning the incentive, and I think that's all great. I am here to cheer you on, to help you come up with game plans. That's why I offer coaching calls. I am here to be that person for you. If you need it, so is your director, so are your Scentsy teammates. Okay. So don't be afraid to reach out to someone and say, like, I'm working really hard on earning this incentive. Have you come up with your game plan yet? And bounce ideas and game plans off of other people. Okay. Check in with your accountability friends often. Okay. Take ownership in that and know that that's something that y'all are going to be working towards together. And I promise you, it makes it more fulfilling and it gives you more direction on when you're working. Okay. Because you have someone in there checking in on how's it going? How's your plan going? What are you working on today? How's your new consultant going? Right. So I really want to encourage you guys to get an accountability partner. Okay. So here's another tip for you guys, or really we're just jumping in and talking about what I believe to be the nitty gritty of how to earn an incentive. Like I said, I've earned 6 and it's not easy. You can't earn them on accident. It is something that takes planning and readjusting a lot. But one thing is for certain is you have to have high PRV when it comes to earning an incentive. It is a non-negotiable. High PRV is like the one thing that you can control. You cannot control how many people join your team. You cannot control what people on your team do once they join. You cannot control other people putting in orders so you can get paid at title, but you can control how you're reaching out to your customers, how many customers you're talking to, how many follow-ups you're doing, what personal specials are you doing, what parties are you booking, right? You can control your PRV, and high PRV gives you the most points, okay? Like it's a 1-for-1 type thing. So 1 PRV is 1 point towards the incentive. So every time you're closing that $500 PRV order, I like to close them weekly. That's my goal. 500 PRV a week. I know every week I'm chunking away. I'm chipping away at those incentive points. Every week I'm getting at a minimum 500 points towards my incentive. Okay. I would say if you're looking at averages, you need at least 2,500 PRV a month to earn an incentive. If we're talking, I'm talking level 3 for 2 people, or frankly, even level 1 and 2, okay? You need high PRV. I would still say 2,500 PRV is ideal on average to earn an incentive. That gives you 14,500 points towards the incentive. That is almost level 1 right there in PRV alone, with an average of 2,500 PRV. Okay, it's huge. Not only that, 2,500 PRV is kind of that sweet spot, because if you're averaging that every single month in your business, you're going to earn the annual sales award, which is selling 30,000 PRV in a year. That gets you $1,000 bonus in the summertime. Okay, so if you can just get in the habit of aiming for 500 PRV a week, and for some of you guys, that is really hard. For some of you guys, that is so out of your comfort zone. For some of you guys, that is a huge stretch, but I promise you, if you work on that, if you work every single day on your follow-ups and doing parties and staying engaged in your business and just being tuned in, I promise you every single week it will get easier and you will get more PRV, okay? But on average, you want to go for high PRV, okay? It helps you earn annual sales. That's at 2,500 PRV, that's a $750 paycheck right there with no bonuses at all. And again, it gets you the most points for the incentive. We're looking at 14,500 points if you can average 2,500 PRV a month. And you guys, plus or minus some, right? Like I am hoping that September and October are huge months for me. I'm talking like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 PRV, because those are huge months in my sales and just for in the past, that was the kind of PRV I was bringing in during those months. And so I'm at a bare minimum wanting 2,500, but I will take anything past that. I will keep working past that for PRV because it gives you the best point value for this incentive. Okay. And then the next thing I want to talk about is focusing on sponsoring. I know a lot of you guys, this is a harder thing, a harder business task for you guys because it takes a lot of practice to be good at sponsoring. It takes a lot of asking and talking and training and just the confidence in yourself as a recruiter. It takes a lot of practice, but the only way that you will be good at it and be proud and get better at it is by doing, is by moving and asking and offering and doing all the things that help you sponsor. Okay. Sponsoring gets you amazing points towards the incentive. So if you sponsored someone today and they hit certified, you're going to get 1,000 points. And then down the road, they hit lead, that's another 1,000. Down the road, they hit star, that's another 1,000. Okay. So if you can realistically sponsor 3 consultants during this incentive period who get to star consultant, that is 9,000 sponsoring points for you with 3 new people. Right? Now, if you've sponsored people before, more than 1 or 2, maybe if you've sponsored 4 or more consultants, you'll probably recognize that more often than not, your new consultants don't see the Scentsy vision that you see yet. Now, not all, right? And that's the great news is not everyone blows off their new Scentsy business, but a lot of new consultants do. A lot of new consultants see that we have to work our business. We have to meet new people, right? It isn't as easy maybe as they thought it was, right? And so I will never just say go for 3 new consultants during the incentive period or ever, because you never want to put yourself in a situation where you will only earn this or you will only promote or you will only get paid at title only if this consultant does this. It is not a good place to be in as a business owner. It's not healthy. It's not duplicatable. Okay. You don't want to just be focusing on the same 2 or 3 people to help you reach your goals. I will never recommend that. It is not sustainable at all. So I recommend personally try to recruit 3 to 10 people during the incentive period. During the next 6 months, trying to recruit 3 to 10 people and at a minimum, get them all to certified, right? And out of those 10 people, you'll likely have 1 person who takes their Scentsy business seriously and wants to move up the compensation plan. It's a numbers thing. 1 in every 10 take the business seriously. Okay? 1 in every 10. And so if you can get 5 people to join and all 5 of them hit certified and you have 1 of them, maybe 2 of them working towards lead, building a team, you guys, that is incredible. That is goals, frankly, like that's awesome. Okay. But you cannot rely on 1 person to get to certified lead, star, superstar for you to earn the incentive. It won't work. Okay. Frankly, you can't focus on 2 people doing that or 3. You just keep building. Every single month, you need to have a goal to sponsor 1 or 2 new consultants. For me, I go for 2. Every single month, I try to sponsor 2 new consultants. On average, I do sponsor 2 consultants every month a year. And so that means some months I don't sponsor any, and some months I sponsor 4. But on an average, I sponsor about 2 consultants a month. That is always my goal. And my goal is to, at a minimum, get them to certified and then kind of see how they're moving and shaking. If they're going for more, if they're still hungry for more, I'm working on them. I'm encouraging them to grow their team, to work towards lead, to work towards star. And I'm doing that all the time. I'm never just focusing on just this person. I'm working with anyone on my team who is showing up. I'm mentioning the joint opportunity to any of my customers at any time. Okay. I'm not just waiting for a day where I haven't had any join conversations and I need to. So I'm going to go follow up with these 3 people that I talked to last month. Okay. You need to be talking to people about joining, specifically your customers, you guys, because it's just the smoothest transition. We don't want a cold message. We don't want to be spammy. We need to be offering this to people who are already in our business, whether we're friends with, we have a relationship with, they buy Scentsy, they're on your customer group, they're engaged. You guys, we need to be offering the opportunity to as many people as we can. And when we get those people on board, we need to really focus on training them well. Okay. If you can train a new consultant and get them seeing wins right away within the first 48 hours, their confidence level is so high and they want to keep going. That is why this join incentive is incredible. It will help us tremendously with the sponsoring points, because if they reach that first goal to get that shooting star kit free, they are fired up. They are proud of themselves. Okay. They are working their business, and then they're halfway to their first promotion. Then you get them over the hump. You get 1,000 points for helping them promote to certified. They get 1,000 points for promoting to certified. They have this brand new business. They just got a promotion. They just got $300+ in free Scentsy. They have excited new customers. They can grow their team. They can promote to lead. They get more points on the incentive. You get another 1,000 on the incentive. And when you're doing this for these new consultants that joined in August here, and then September for these consultants who joined there, and October, these consultants who joined there, if you are doing that all the time, you guys, the sponsoring points will come. Okay, we don't need to be so inward focused on, I need to get these sponsoring points. I need to earn this incentive. I just need Dolores to hit lead so I can get 1,000 points, right? Of course, Dolores hitting lead and getting 1,000 points for me earning the incentive is going to be helpful. Of course, that is a goal of mine. Of course, that's what I'm working towards. But the real cool thing is that Dolores is excited about her business, and Dolores just hit her first promotion, and Dolores is talking to people about adding to her team, and Dolores's confidence is up. And now you have a new person on your team who is just so hyped up and so engaged in bringing so much positivity to our business, to their business, to the team, right? When you are focusing on other people reaching their goals, or other people finding their momentum, your goals will happen too. But don't just focus on one person, okay? Focus on sharing that all the time. Focus on bringing people in all the time, and work on getting them off to their best start, okay? And encourage them to keep going. And I promise you those sponsoring points will come, but it does take consistency, and it does take working daily on having joint conversations, okay? So I think, gosh, sponsoring is just so important. I also additionally think it's important to focus on your frontline, okay? Focus on your frontline, not just your new consultants. Focus on your frontline, the ones who will give you the time of day, the ones who will reply to you and let you know how they're working, the ones who are excited to work back with you, work with them. Because this cool new part of this incentive that has not been in the past is we now get points for any frontline consultant who sponsors all the way up to director. So in the past, in the way past, when I first started earning incentives, you only got points for consultants who hit certified. And so remember, I say that Scentsy knows what they're doing with these incentives, right? They are aligning these incentives to have a healthy, strong business, right? So back in the day, you only got points when your frontline hit certified, and you got 1,000 points. And so you know what that did, you guys? It had a lot of consultants sponsoring, and myself included, okay? It had a lot of consultants sponsoring and getting their consultants to certified, and then kind of dropping off and going to find more consultants to certified, and more consultants to certify, and more consultants to certify. But all these certified consultants, it's like, okay, well now I'm just working on getting more certified consultants because that's 1,000 points. So I'm not training these certified consultants. They're falling off. They don't see the benefit of building their team. They are hobbyists, right? And then 2 years ago, Scentsy was like, okay, we recognize that we have a whole lot of certified consultants and less lead star, superstar, director consultants. So let's start encouraging our our leaders, the people who are working towards incentives, the people who are earning incentives, let's go and start giving them points for getting them to lead and star. And you know what that did, you guys? That got a lot of leaders, people growing their team, working towards earning incentives. It got them working on developing leaders, and it got them working on getting those certified consultants to lead and to star. And that's where the magic happens. That's where the magic happens in your business as the leader. That's where the magic happens in their business as a new leader. Okay. And so that was such an awesome addition to the incentive point breakdown, is now you get points for lead and star, and that's amazing. This incentive period, they took it even further and said, let's work on getting people all the way to director. So now as leaders, as people working towards these incentive trips, we have the opportunity to get 1,000 points anytime one of our frontline hits certified, lead, star, superstar, or director. Wow. That is awesome. That allows us to work unapologetically and feeling like, oh, I'm scrambling. I need to be recruiting 10 people. When really, what if you have 4 lead consultants on your team and they have a goal to promote to director? You could be really working with them to hit star, and then working and building to hit superstar, and working and building to hit director. And you're going to get points for all of that. Your hard work is going to be rewarded. Their hard work is going to be rewarded. They're going to be getting big points for sponsoring or for promoting. They're going to be getting big points for promoting. They're going to be growing their team. Their team's going to be moving up. And then all of a sudden, you earned this incentive, and then your new director earned this incentive, right? Because they're working and they're moving up and they're getting points and they're building their team, right? And all of a sudden you have this awesome thing where you're going on trips with your team. And it's so awesome. I'm so thankful that we have the opportunity to earn points for promotions of our frontline all the way up to director. So you guys work with your frontline, work with those people on your team who are hungry, who want more, who show up for things, who recruit regularly, who have what it takes to step into sponsoring. Okay, work with your frontline too. Okay, let's not forget about our existing frontline. However, building new will always bring more excitement for your team, for your organization. You always need to be building more people on your team. I think Erica said the team you start with isn't going to be the team you end up with, and that's so true. The team that gets you to director 3 years later is not going to be the same team you have. Okay. So sponsoring new consultants, in my opinion, is always on the top 3 most important things, but let's not forget about your frontline that's there, that are also sponsoring and that are also working their business too. Okay. So those are some main focuses that I believe to earn an incentive, you have to be laser focused on truly working it every day. Okay. There's no taking weeks off in the fall season during an incentive trip. You can't take, or incentive period, you can't take weeks off. You can't have a hard month and then expect to pick back up. It is way too hard. It's something that you have to figure out what you're working on and work on it. Okay. And if I could give you a tip that will help with all of that, high PRV, sponsoring, getting new consultants off to a great start. You guys will probably already know what my suggestion would be, and it would be to party. Party, you guys. I don't care if it's a Facebook party, a home party, an open house, an event, a fundraiser, a sip and sniff. I don't care what you call it, how you're doing it, but you have to find a way in your business that you can party and that works for you, okay? Because parties or events or fundraisers get you high PRV. They get you new customers. They get you new people that are going to become VIPs. They get you your next hostesses, okay? And then even further, they get you new consultants. Especially lately, my most successful consultants have been consultants who have partied with me, and I flip the party to them and they start off with their party. I'm sure you guys are on here and you guys can agree if you have done that. It is such an awesome way to build your business, okay? That starts your new consultant off with so much confidence. They're already hitting active or shooting star within their very first day. Maybe they booked a party at their party, so they're already starting off with the party booked. They're already starting off with customers. They're already starting off with the free shooting star kit, okay? And if they don't join, then you'll likely have a repeat host out of them during the next catalog season. You've likely met 4 to 7 to 10 new people. You likely have 2 to 500 PRV from that party. You likely have, 3 to 4 new VIP customers who are just really going to fall in love with Scentsy, join your customer group, start commenting on things, really enjoying the stuff that they're seeing, okay? Scentsy is a party planning business. Your business grows and thrives the most when you're partying. You guys commit to at least 2 a month, at least 2 parties a month. For me, that's like home parties. I want 2 home parties a month. I know in August, September, October, November, even December, I'll be spending 2 Saturdays away from my family, partying and building my business. That's my goal, right? And of course, if I'm not booking home parties, then I'm going for Facebook parties. I'm going for personal shopping links. I'm trying to book the bag parties. I'm looking for local events in my neighborhood. I am not going to just let this incentive trip pass me by because I didn't work hard enough. I didn't try hard enough. I gave up before the good stuff happened. We have options. There are so many ways to work your business. There are so many ways to be successful in this business. So you have to find what works for you and or just try new things until you find your groove. You can't be set in your way in this business because things are always changing. You're always going to have to find different ways to readjust. Okay? Trends are always changing. Styles are always changing. Health stuff has been changing a lot lately. And so we can't rely on how we worked our business last year or 6 months from now to be the same. If it's not working, we have to try other new things. Or if we get something down good, it's time to branch out and try something else in addition. Okay, we cannot earn incentives just winging it. And we cannot earn incentives just giving up or just saying like, I couldn't book any parties, so I just don't have any parties for the month. No, you keep showing up and you keep trying and you keep expanding and meeting new people and offering, right? You just keep showing up and trying. I promise you guys, if you can dedicate yourself and your time to your Scentsy business this fall season, your business will grow. And if you work really hard on the high PRV and sponsoring and training your new consultants and working with your consultants that are already on your team, I promise you, you are going to be so proud of yourself come January 31st when the incentive period is over, okay? So I'm going to stop recording